Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Let's start off with Batwoman. We are 3 days fully removed from the ratings, preliminary ratings being released, and we still do not have an actual on what the ratings for Batwoman Season 2, Episode 14 are. They are still displaying as the lowest rating by far that the series has had as a whole at 0.341 with a 0.10 demo. When this is going to get updated, who knows? The bad news is for Batwoman, if you didn't know, I mean, even worse news, I should really say, because this is hardly good now, is it? The even worse news is that the show is now going on a 3-week sabbatical. It's not coming back until June. And as we have seen throughout the course of time, when shows go on sabbaticals, it damages them. However, the show can be guarded slightly, as in what replaces the show when it goes on sabbatical. If that show is strong enough, then it can hopefully garner ratings, and then when the other show returns, there might not be a drop or too much of a drop. Oh, dear God. So, Superman and Lois. It's the top rated show on the website TV series finale, voted by people who go onto the website and catch the ratings and catch all kinds of different shows. Here, if I just scroll up, number 1. You can't see. You can now. Number 1. There we go. Superman and Lois as voted. Okay? Now that doesn't say too much. I'm not reading way too much into that and saying, oh my God, therefore it must be the greatest show. But it's got an exceedingly good reaction. One show that we have never seen on there is, of course, Batwoman. Now, they put out the first 5 episodes of Superman and Lois, and the ratings were exceptionally steady. And more importantly for the CW, were actually over 1 million every single show. Now, that's important because right now, this network, the CW, can't seem to get a single solitary show to stay above 1 million. And that includes the new version of Walker the Texas Ranger, just called Walker, which is starring Jared Padalecki, who of course was Sam Winchester in Supernatural, which ran for 15 seasons on the CW and was still beating shows like Batwoman, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning, Arrow in the ratings, because it was a beloved show with beloved characters. And Walker started off strong with a 2.4 million rating in its first episode, but now it's dipped below 1 million. It's dipped below 1 million already in its first season after around about 14, maybe not, I think less than 10 actually, episodes of its first season. And that is a CW problem because they have run away their audience. It was just a few years ago that the head of the network said, we want more women than men tuning in to the CW. Now you could say, as your context could be all over the place here. What if the CW was 80% males watching and 20% females? You can kind of understand what he was coming from because he wanted some semblance of balance. Okay, I get it. I get that. I will tell you what the split of males to females was at the time that he said that. It was 50-50. That is what the split was between men and women watching the CW. To me, that is bloody perfect. Perfect. You have 50% men and 50% women. You can create content that's going to cater for everyone. Supernatural was one of those shows that catered for both males and females. For the male side, you had the two alpha Winchester brothers going around killing monsters, maybe stealing a few kisses and smiles, here and there, breaking some hearts on occasion. And the women, of course, well, they love themselves some Sam and Dean. In fact, they love themselves all kinds of characters in that show. And it was a well-written, well-acted, well-done show for the most part. Yes, it jumped the shark so many times, but due to the fact that the show was so beloved and the charm of the actors, etc., you went along with the ride. Then, of course, you can make programming which is more female-centric, and you can make program which is more male-centric. The world's your oyster. But when you start coming out saying, guys, you know, jog on, we want more females than men, what the hell does that mean? It's so stupid to say, so redundant to say something like that. Anyway, Superman and Lois. It was the golden goose on arrival. 1.8 million in its first episode, and then the next 4 episodes all did 1.2 million. The consistency of the show was phenomenal. It found an audience immediately, and more importantly, was holding on to that audience after 5 episodes. So why did it go on sabbatical after 5 episodes? Well, the official release was that they had to shut down production due to coof issues, and therefore it put it behind. Whether that's true or not, of course, it could well be true, because yes, we are in the middle. Well, we're not in the middle now, but at the time of filming, we were in the middle of the coof stuff, the bigger coof stuff. But also, it could be an excuse because they wanted to booster the ratings of a flagging show which is on its final season, which is Supergirl. Supergirl season 6. This is it. So Supergirl comes in place of Superman and Lois. And those 1.2 million ratings plummet down to 0.726. They lose 500,000 viewers within a week of Superman going off air and then Supergirl arriving. And as you can see, for the 7 episodes that they ran of Supergirl, the ratings dropped and dropped. And then the final episode that it did, it's now back on sabbatical, I believe, coming back in August. It did a 0.471. Now, of course, Batwoman would be ecstatic with a 0.471 right now. But that, I believe that to be the lowest rating that Supergirl's ever done. And of course, that is now 700,000-800,000 less. Now, why are people tuning out in their droves? Well, there's a good chance that people who were tuning into Supergirl might never have seen it. But because they're watching Superman and they realized how good that was, they thought they'd check it out. They soon lost interest real quick. Why is the show dropping? It's pathetic. It's not just pathetic, it's queerbaity. The main protagonist, Supergirl, is a heterosexual female, but they keep queerbaiting her out to the lowest, not the Lois Lane, the female Lex Luthor, Lena Luthor, whatever they call her in the show. They keep queerbaiting her out to that. The social justice messages that they put in here are garbage. It's unwatchable. It's terribly acted. It's cheap as fucking paper underwear. And the writing is just as appalling as Batwoman's. So what happens when now this goes off air and Superman returns? Well, guess what? Surprise to frickin' surprise, they chased off their own audience. They chased off their own bloody audience. The consistency that the show had had for those first 5 episodes, gone. Absolutely annihilated. And 500,000 people either were just like, get me away from this CW shit. I don't want to know. And didn't know when Superman's coming back, and they're gone now. Chased away by utter shite. But this is the CW's problem. This is a huge CW problem as well. Their shows are all about the message and not entertaining people until bloody Superman came along. Supernatural, of course, that's finished now. That was an entertaining show, but that's finished. 15 seasons done. Hopefully, someday we'll see the Winchester brothers back again. But it's done. And now, this is going to be so difficult. Once you lose that audience, it is so difficult to get it back. It is so easy to lose audiences, and it's so hard to gain an audience. That's why when you have them, you got to cherish them, you got to hold them. Now, if, for argument's sake, they were telling the truth about the coup preventing further episodes being completed of Lois and Superman, therefore they needed more time, fine. What do? You move Walker to that position, not Supergirl. You move Walker, the strongest show that you have, to go with the other strongest show that you have. And you try and lock that audience down. And you put Supergirl into Walker's position. Because that's a final season, fuck it show. It wasn't Doomsday that killed Superman. It wasn't the New 52 that killed Superman. It's the fucking CW. They were waiting here all along. And their new show, which showed so much promise because it's very good indeed, has just been murdered, massacred by the idiots at the CW. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.